Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day with Professor Emeritus Seth Chaiken, University of Albany, and Joel, Seth's brother. We're here to hopefully show you how to approach studying for the Math SAT and also how to approach doing actual SAT math questions. Great way to approach studying for the SAT is to sign up with Khan Academy, or go to sign up with the SAT and go to the Khan Academy side of it, where it has digital SAT practice and just go through the questions. They essentially tell you what is on the test, what is on the Math SAT. And you just go through each topic and all the subtopics and you do all the questions. And that is a great way to approach studying for the SAT. If you want to see how to get to this point, watch our video that was from June 29th, 2023. So without any further ado, today we are at problem solving. We're only doing the advanced topics with the presumption that if we go over how to approach the advanced questions, then you can go forward and do the medium and the basic questions yourself. So today we are at this topic, data representations. We're going to be doing the first question. Okay, so we should be getting a screen that says let's go. And then once we get that, let's go. Okay, here we are. Let's go. So here's our first question. We need to make it smaller so that
we did this one already.
We did?
Yeah.
Wow, so that means that they took a question from the non-digital side and put it on the digital side for the practice. The SAT is going to go digital in the winter of 2024 in the United States. So fine, we did this one already on the non-digital practice. So then we will just forgot the answer, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter which one we put. Should we just do it in literally 1 second, and then we'll move on to the next question? So we're not going to do this.
The maximum mileage is 18 miles per gallon she got. So it's A.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go. Okay, so now we'll go on to the next question. We're skipping this one because we did this one already. Oh, boy. Now it's really small. I guess we just have to show those.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wow.
So please read over the question, try to do it, although you don't see all the answers, and then we'll do it together. Okay. A deep sea hydrophone began recording for 180 seconds as soon as it tends to sound greater than the threshold density of 200 underwater decibels. The sound intensity I, that's the y-axis, in dB reached a maximum of 60 seconds. No, reached a maximum at 60 seconds after recording and then gradually decreased for the next 120 seconds. If T is the number of seconds since the beginning of the recording, which of the following graphs from the TI plane could model the sound? Okay, now maybe it's one of these other answers. Okay, so what did it do? At 60 seconds, it reached its maximum at 60 seconds. So with annotation, if it reached its maximum at 60 seconds, then it's not these two, okay? So we could get rid of those two. Oops, we got rid of the whole thing. Sorry about that. Okay, so that means it's going to have to be one of these two. Okay, and it started at 200, didn't it? It started at 200, right?
Yes. It senses sound greater than the threshold intensity of 200.
Right.
So any of the answers have to start at 200
or above.
Yeah, greater than.
Right,
Yeah, this one is not greater than. And then let's move down to the next one.
No, but the other two don't have a maximum at 60.
Okay, and then so this is the only one. Okay, the one with starts here, and the maximum is reached here at 60.
Yeah.
And it says the maximum at 60 is what it reached. So A is the answer.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be much else in this problem other than analyzing the data that they give you and seeing which graph best shows the data.
Well, you just match the description of the data in English with the description of the data in the graph.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. A maximum means the top. Okay. The initial threshold intensity of 200 means the beginning.
Yeah.
As soon as, right? As soon as, wait, I have to get my annotation back.
Yeah.
As
So
soon
T,
as means
the T
initial.
axis, T, they tell you what T is. T is the number of seconds since the beginning of the recording.
Right.
And the recording, it says the recording began for 180 seconds. It began as soon as it sensed a sound greater than 200.
Right.
So so whatever the graph is at 200, and then T is the time since the beginning of the recording. So T equals 0 is the T axis, means the beginning of the recording.
Yeah.
So the recording, the picture, whatever here at T equals 0 is where the recording begins, and then the graph gives the level.
Yep. Yeah.
So the level has to. Then they say it's the recording begins only when the sound reaches a threshold or exceeds a threshold of 200. So whatever it is, it starts here.
Yeah, or above.
Might go down. It starts here.
Yep.
And then it describes more. It reached a maximum at 60. So T equals 60. Reached a maximum. And then gradually decreased.
Yeah. Right.
The next 120 seconds.
Yep.
Okay, and they furthermore they tell you maximum at 60. Yeah. Yeah, and they don't tell you what the level of the maximum is, but the only graph that has this pattern where the maximum is at 60.
Yeah.
It starts at 200 and it goes up to the maximum and then decreases slowly. The only one that fits is A.
Yeah, let's just take a quick look at C and D. Notice that C and D, they're C and D, they do not hit a maximum of 60. They hit a maximum somewhere else.
Well, here, C, it starts at 200, but the maximum is reached at 120.
Right, yeah.
And D, it doesn't start at 200.
Yep. So D is like
and
wrong.
B, it doesn't start at 200 either.
Right. Oh yeah, those are the choices.
So B, the other ones meet some of the requirements. In B, it reaches the maximum at 60.
Yeah.
In C, it starts at 200.
Yeah.
And D, it's neither.
Right. Yeah.
And A is the only one that meets all the requirements.
Yep. Okay. So I think we're done with this. Let's clear the annotation. There's really just I don't know how many approaches. I don't know how many approaches there are to do this problem. It's just basically reading it and just figuring out which one.
Yeah.
It's mostly common sense. This question, and a little bit of understanding what a chart means and the axis of a chart. Okay, but you do have to be careful. You have to read it a few times just to be sure you get it right. Okay, check.
But then when you practice doing the SAT, it's a good idea, to recognize when you really got a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that when you take the SAT, you don't stop and worry about it.
Right. That's called
and
confidence.
then worry and then so that leaves you time to work to put more time on the questions that you have not judged that you understood.
Right. And that's why even questions like this, which are fairly straightforward and fairly simple in the scheme of things, are still really important to practice because these are the ones you want to just do, get it done with, and not worry about, and just move
Yeah, I
on.
think it's a good maybe at some when you guys sort of work on questions like that quickly.
Yeah, right, quickly, yes.
After you choose the answer, don't worry about it and then check it right away.
Right. Okay, they have the same answer we got. Let us see. Let us see how they do it in 3 steps. We know that the recording begins at dB, therefore it must be 200. Wait a second, it must be 200 or above. Or above. They said at least sound greater than the
Yeah,
threshold. Wait,
yeah, that's right.
wait, wait a second. Sense the sound greater than 200, which means it can't be 200, it has to be greater than 200. Look at that.
Wow.
Wait, they may
Yeah.
have made a mistake there, but as soon as it sends the
Well, you
sound
can't really see. It could be
greater than, yeah, you
just so
can't
much,
tell, right?
so little bit greater than 200 that it's not visible on the scale of the plot.
Yeah, but in the answer it says therefore there must be 200. So they're technically
Yeah,
wrong in this answer.
yeah,
But again, they can be technically wrong, but still be sort of right. And the point, this must be on the graph. That's actually wrong. If anyone wants to consider emailing Khan and telling him there's a problem there, because their
um,
inequality has an issue, right?
yeah.
Because it's greater than. But anyway, okay, must be on the graph. Therefore, the shuts. That's by the way, also known as the y-intercept. The initial amount. If the intensity reaches 60, then the highest amount has to be at 60. So they say the only one that has that is answer one.
Yeah.
Okay, so report a
Yeah.
problem. Report a problem. Interesting. Should we maybe?
Yeah,
Should
let's
we?
report a
Let's
problem.
report a problem. Okay.
Tell them.
Report a mistake in the question. Yes. What's wrong? The answer is wrong. The question's wrong. Something isn't working. Something seems to be broken. Which one do you think? The answer is wrong.
The question or hints are confusing or unclear.
Hey,
I
which one
think
is
I
that?
think that one, the hints or the explanation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The question, we'll do this in real time. The question said, the question implied.
It's said
Okay, the question said now what's the fancy word
the
said?
recording began.
No, 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 a strict inequality. How about this question suggested a strict inequality for the answer?
It didn't suggest, it said
Okay,
that the
fine.
recording
Said.
begins when the level exceeds 200.
Yes, and why don't we just say the question said that the inequality should be strict?
No, it said the recording begins at
Oh,
when the level is greater than 200, but the explanation shows that the graph must start at 200.
okay, fine. Okay. So everyone can go. You don't have to watch us do this. The question said the recording began when at intensities greater than 200. But the answer,
The explanation,
the explanation, I set the initial intensity at 200. So I'd say ignoring the
eh,
fact, not there. The initial question was a strict. It should have had the answer. The explanation should have had a strict inequality or something like
yeah,
that. Answer the explanation, right?
yeah.
should have used a strict inequality. Yeah, should have used such use inequality. I is greater than 200.
Yeah.
Not I is
Equal to 2.
greater than or equal.
He actually used equal to 2.
Yeah,
They said that the graph starts at a point at the x-intercept point where the I value is exactly 200. They drew a black dot at the point 0, 200. What they really should have done is say it starts somewhere above 200.
Exactly. So let's see. Did I write this out correctly? Let me see. Let's go like this so that everyone can see. So mostly it's Seth. Oops. Oh, wait.
Yeah, see that?
How come what happened? There it is. Oh. Okay, let's see. Can I make it bigger? Yes, I can make it bigger. No, I can't make it any bigger than that. Okay, that's it. And then we go like this. Now there we go. This question said, quote, it's not really a quote, but the question said the recording
But
began...
don't quote it. If it's not a quote, don't quote
you're
it.
Right. You're right. The question said the recording began at intensities greater than 200. Don't quote it. You're right, Seth. But the explanation set the initial intensity at exactly at 200. That's good enough.
Yeah, maybe make the at capitalized.
Yeah, okay. Good idea.
Yeah.
At 200. Okay. The explanation should have used a strict inequality. I is greater than 200, not I is equal to 200. Okay. Great. Okay,
good
here we
enough.
go. Submit issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's it.
Well, do you think you'll get feedback?
I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I forgot. I think I know what email address I have here. Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah. We'll find out. All right. Well,
okay.
We'll wish our audience adieu.
Yep. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you for wasting your time listening to us.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Thank you. Hopefully this question here is mostly just common sense, but also knowing how to set up a graph. Independent and dependent variables. So X and Y axis. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. Like us, dislike us, give us comments on your YouTube video, and email us your SAT math questions at satmathquestionoftheday@gmail.com. And we hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.